All signs from the Heritage Foundation project Esther seem that the Trump admin that is so enslaved to Miriam Adelson's ghoulish agenda war on the Constitution is leaping on the corpse of Charlie Kirk to wipe out our freedom of speech. We are at a point where the call to avenge the victims of Epstein is so widespread. The world's governments have begun plans for military occupation, human rights abuses, and police state to protect the parasite class associated with the case. The psyops of the neoliberals and neocons swing back and forth with both sides seeking some manufactured event to deplatform journalists, push for tech censorship, and now the Charlie Kirk Act is being pushed through to attempt to bankrupt Americans for exercising their free speech. This doesn't just mean shadow banning, dead links, Facebook and Twitter demanding ID or papers like Nazi checkpoints, but suspicious deaths of whistleblowers and critics. This is an act of treason, cowardice, and police state insurrection from a regime that seems willing to burn America to the ground to protect the co-conspirators of Epstein that are likely much of the pro-Israel Wall Street crowd, nepotist Hollywood, and the war profiteers of endless Israel wars. All around us, we see tentacles of the surveillance state on traffic lights, banks, and even our 911 system being farmed out to Epstein and Ehud. Barack linked Carbine 911, handing our emergency services over to the dancing Israelis. We must push back against expanded federal agencies, pushes for secret police Stasi, and the whims of a corrupt dictator who answers to offshore war criminals like Netanyahu and his army of billionaire enemies of the Constitution. Trump is a hollow suit for worse actors who own evidence of Trump's predation on young girls for decades, like Bill Clinton, as he was forced by blackmail to sabotage a Palestinian state. We must check this impulse by the swamp neocons to take away our ability to stop child murder, land theft, and human rights abused by the Israeli torture regime. We are seeing a predictable threat to the Bill of Rights by oligarch slime, who feed on death and bloodshed based on irrational paranoia and Old Testament ideas on racial murder and Talmudic abuse of the innocent to fund secret programs and predatory hedge funds. The threats of dirty money in politics and elected Zionist pedophiles is on full display with the connections of Epstein to several current and former members of government, Hollywood, and tech that act as if they are being brainwashed by an ancient death cult whose state goals are the mass murder of the children of Amalek, a floating definition that could mean Palestinians, Syrians, Americans, or anyone else targeted by the barbaric goals of Murder Inc. and the Israel Lobby.